Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's close to all of our hearts' relationships. Let's be honest, we've all been there. Whether we've experienced it ourselves or seen it happen to others, heartbreak is never easy. It really makes you wonder, why are so many relationships failing these days? What are we missing? Well, the truth is, many relationships fall apart because of common, avoidable mistakes. Mistakes that can chip away at even the strongest foundations of love. But don't worry, I'm here to help. In this video, I'm going to share with you the biggest relationship mistakes that people make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. Whether you're single and looking for love, happily dating, or already in a committed relationship, these lessons are for you. This is all about empowering you to build healthy, happy, and lasting relationships. So make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'm going to be sharing some powerful secrets that can truly transform your love life. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future relationship advice. Let's be honest, we've all been guilty of ignoring a red flag or two, especially when we're smitten with someone new. It's like that saying, love is blind, right? But the truth is, ignoring those early warning signs can lead to heartache down the road. Proverbs 22 verse 3 reminds us, "A prudent person foresees danger and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences." Red flags are like those flashing warning lights on your car dashboard. They're trying to tell you something. These warning signs can manifest in many ways. Disrespectful behavior, lack of communication, or even controlling and manipulative tendencies. It's so easy to brush these things off, especially in the honeymoon phase of a relationship. But trust me, those seemingly small red flags rarely stay small. They can grow into much larger issues down the line, leading to resentment, hurt, and even the breakdown of the entire relationship. So what can you do? Pay attention! Recognizing red flags is the first step, but what you do next is crucial. Communication is key in any relationship, and it's essential to talk to your partner about your concerns. Remember, addressing a red flag doesn't necessarily mean ending the relationship. Sometimes it's an opportunity for growth and understanding. However, if your concerns are dismissed or minimized, it's important to take a step back and reevaluate the relationship. Ignoring red flags is like ignoring a leaky faucet. It might seem like a small issue at first, but if left unaddressed, it can cause significant damage in the long run. Don't let small issues fester into major problems. Remember, you deserve to be in a relationship where you feel respected, valued, and safe. Don't settle for anything less. Pay attention to those red flags, and don't be afraid to address them. We live in a world of instant gratification, but when it comes to love, patience is a virtue. Rushing into a relationship without taking the time to truly get to know someone can lead to disappointment and heartbreak. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 reminds us, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." Love is not a race, it's a journey. Allow your relationship to unfold naturally, brick by brick, without forcing it. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new relationship, but it's important to remember that infatuation is not the same as love. Infatuation is based on surface-level attraction, while love runs much deeper. Take your time to really get to know the person you're interested in. What are their values? What are their dreams and aspirations? How do they treat others? These are the things that truly matter in a lasting relationship. Building a strong, healthy relationship is like building a house. It requires a solid foundation. And just like you wouldn't rush the construction of your dream home, you shouldn't rush the process of building a loving and lasting partnership. Rushing into a relationship often means overlooking potential incompatibilities or red flags. When we're caught up in the excitement of new love, it's easy to ignore those nagging doubts or inconsistencies that might be telling us to slow down. Remember, it's okay to take your time. Don't feel pressured by societal expectations or the fear of being alone. It's far better to be on your own than to be in a relationship that isn't right for you. Wait for the right person and the right timing. A relationship built on a foundation of trust, respect, and genuine connection is far more likely to stand the test of time. So take a deep breath, enjoy the journey, and let love unfold at its own pace. We've all been there, scrolling through social media, seeing seemingly perfect couples on exotic vacations, and we can't help but feel a twinge of, well, envy. It's like everyone else is living in a romantic comedy and we're stuck with the outtakes. But here's the thing, social media is a highlight reel. It's a carefully curated version of reality, designed to show only the best bits. Remember that behind those filtered photos and witty captions, there are real people with real problems just like you and me. Comparing your relationship to what you see online is like comparing apples and oranges. It's pointless and ultimately destructive. Every relationship is unique, with its own strengths, weaknesses, and inside jokes. So why not celebrate what makes your relationship special, instead of longing for someone else's highlight reel? Think of your relationship as a work in progress, a beautiful tapestry you and your partner are weaving together thread by thread. It won't always be perfect. There will be knots and loose ends, maybe even a few accidental spills. But that's okay. It's the imperfections that make it yours, a testament to the journey you're on together. Instead of wishing your tapestry looked like the one hanging in the museum, focus on the joy of creating something beautiful and meaningful with the person you love. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. It steals your happiness and replaces it with a nagging sense of inadequacy. So ditch the comparisons, put down your phone, and focus on building a love story that's authentically yours. Because the most fulfilling relationships aren't built on envy or imitation, but on love, trust, and the shared commitment to weather the storms and celebrate the triumphs together. They say communication is key, and nowhere is that truer than in relationships. But sometimes, even when we think we're communicating, our messages get lost in translation. We assume our partners can read our minds, or we bottle up our feelings until they erupt like a volcano during a fight over who unloaded the dishwasher last. The truth is, clear and honest communication is the bedrock of any strong relationship. It's about expressing your needs and desires openly and respectfully, and really listening to your partner when they do the same. It's about understanding that you're on the same team, working together to build a future where both of you feel heard, valued, and loved. So, how do we bridge the communication gap? It starts with being present. Put down your phones, turn off the TV, and really look at each other when you talk. Practice active listening, asking clarifying questions, and reflecting back what you hear to ensure you're on the same page. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and share your feelings. It might feel scary at first, but remember, your partner is your teammate, your confidant, your safe haven. They want to understand you just as much as you want to understand them. And when conflicts arise, and they inevitably will, approach them with a spirit of collaboration, not combat. Remember, you're not trying to win an argument, you're trying to find a solution that works for both of you. Because at the end of the day, a relationship without open and honest communication is like a house built on sand. It might look sturdy on the surface, but it won't stand the test of time. Love is a beautiful thing, but it's important to remember that healthy love allows space for personal growth. When we become overly dependent on our partners for our happiness and validation, we risk crossing the line from love to neediness. Signs of a healthy relationship? You encourage each other's dreams, you celebrate each other's accomplishments, and you respect each other's need for space and time apart. Think of it this way. A relationship is not about two halves making a whole, but rather two whole individuals choosing to share their lives. Don't be afraid to cultivate your own interests, nurture your friendships, and pursue your passions. Not only will this make you a more well-rounded and interesting individual, but it will also enrich your relationship by bringing new experiences and perspectives to the table. Remember, the strongest relationships are built on a foundation of mutual trust, respect, and independence. When both partners feel free to be their authentic selves, the love between them can truly flourish. So, Go ahead, embrace your individuality, pursue your dreams, and watch your love story unfold in all its unique and beautiful glory. We've all got that friend, or maybe it's an aunt, or a well-meaning neighbor who always seems to have an opinion about our relationships, and sometimes those opinions can feel more like pronouncements from on high. It's important to remember that your relationship is your own. Genesis 2:24 reminds us that it's about the two of you, creating something unique and special. It's so easy, especially when you're starting out, to lean on friends and family for advice. Believe me, I get it. But sometimes too many cooks in the kitchen can leave you feeling overwhelmed and unsure of your own feelings. It's like trying to follow a recipe with 10 different people shouting instructions. Setting boundaries isn't selfish, it's about protecting the sanctity of your connection. It's about creating a space where you and your partner can communicate openly and honestly without feeling judged or pressured. Think of it like building a little greenhouse for your love to flourish in. It's about saying with love and respect, "Thank you for your perspective, but this is something we need to navigate together." It's about valuing your partner's opinions and insights above all else. Remember, you two are a team, and a strong team thrives on trust and mutual respect. Now, setting boundaries doesn't mean shutting out your loved ones entirely. It's about finding a balance, a way to honor their perspectives without letting them dictate the course of your relationship. Think of it like this: you wouldn't let someone else choose your outfit every day, would you? It's about having those open and honest conversations with your family and friends, explaining that while you value their input, ultimately the decisions in your relationship are yours to make. It might be a bit uncomfortable at first, but trust me, true friends and family will understand and respect your need for space. And sometimes it's not just about spoken opinions, but those subtle pressures that can creep in. Maybe it's the constant comparisons, the "when are you getting engaged" questions, or the well-intentioned but ultimately unhelpful advice. It's about recognizing those pressures and having the courage to politely but firmly steer the conversation in a different direction. Remember, your relationship is your journey, not a performance for everyone else. It's about finding that sweet spot where you can share your joy with loved ones while still maintaining the intimacy and autonomy that makes your bond so special. It's about building a love that's strong enough to withstand the storms together. We put so much emphasis on compatibility, shared interests, and physical attraction, all of which are important. But what about spiritual alignment? Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 tells us to seek first the kingdom of God. When we prioritize our relationship with God, everything else falls into place. It's about recognizing that a shared faith can be an incredibly powerful foundation for love. It's about navigating life's ups and downs with a shared sense of purpose. Think of it like building a house. You'd want a strong, sturdy foundation that can withstand the storms. In the same way, a relationship grounded in faith has a resilience that can weather any challenge. It's about knowing that even when things get tough, you have a constant source of love and support to draw on. And it's not just about going to church together or praying before meals. It's about weaving your faith into the very fabric of your relationship. It's about seeing the divine in one another, treating each other with the same love and compassion that God shows us. So how do you actually put this into practice? Well, it can be as simple as starting your day with a short prayer together, expressing gratitude for your relationship and asking for guidance. Or maybe it's setting aside time each week to read the Bible together, discussing the passages that resonate with you and sharing your own interpretations. And you know, studying the Bible as a couple doesn't have to be a chore. Find creative ways to make it engaging. Maybe you choose a book that speaks to a particular challenge you're facing, or explore the lives of biblical couples who face similar trials. There are so many resources available online and in your community. Don't be afraid to get creative. Another beautiful way to strengthen your spiritual bond is to serve together. Find a cause you're both passionate about, whether it's volunteering at a local soup kitchen, mentoring youth, or supporting a mission trip. When you serve others side by side, you're not just making a difference in the world. You're also deepening your connection and reminding yourselves of the values that truly matter. Remember, a God-centered relationship is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about continuously striving to grow closer to God, both individually and as a couple. It's about creating a love that's not just about passion and romance, but about purpose, commitment, and unwavering faith. And there you have it. We've talked about some pretty important relationship pitfalls, from ignoring red flags to letting outside voices control your happiness. Love isn't always easy, but it should be a source of joy, not constant stress and drama. Remember, you deserve a love that lifts you up, inspires you, and makes you a better version of yourself. So tell me, which mistake resonated with you the most? Have you ever encountered any of these challenges in your own relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I love hearing from you. If this video has given you even a little bit of hope or encouragement, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow, and it allows me to connect with even more amazing people like you. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Remember, your love life is precious. It's worth fighting for, it's worth protecting, and it's worth building on a foundation of faith and trust. Go out there and create the love story you've always dreamed of. God bless you.